Your Los Angeles Lakers lost Game 3 on the road to the Minnesota Timberwolves and are now down 1-2 on the series. Here are the three biggest reasons why the Lakers lost to the Timberwolves last night, in my opinion, and none of them involve Rui Hachimura. What? I know, it's crazy. So some of these are going to sound obvious, but I'm going to expound upon them a little more to provide a little bit more nuance to the obvious. So hit like, yell in the comments below, click subscribe, and yorobun, kapshida. Let's start with the number one reason I think the Lakers lost, and that is turnovers. You know it well. The Lakers coughed the ball up 16 times last night. Of the Lakers' 16 turnovers, 7 of those turnovers were of the pick six variety, meaning that turnover led directly to a bucket 4 or 5 seconds later in transition. And of those 7 pick six turnovers, the Minnesota Timberwolves were able to generate a whopping 18 points. 3 of those turnovers led to and one buckets, just emphasizing how slow and unimposing and soft the Lakers were running back. Of the Lakers' 16 total turnovers, the Lakers gave up 28 points to the Minnesota Timberwolves, meaning after every Lakers turnover, the next Minnesota Timberwolves possession later, the Timberwolves scored, even if there was some stoppage or breakage in the game, like an inbounds reset. That's 28 points off of turnovers compared to the 13 points the Lakers were able to generate off of the Timberwolves turnovers. That's a 15-point difference. The Lakers lost by 12. You do the math. This is one area that the Lakers have to majorly clean up before next game. But beyond the statistics, against this Timberwolves team in particular, the Lakers just cannot be sloppy because they play right into the Timberwolves' hands every time they cough the ball up. Because the Timberwolves are longer, they're faster, they're much more athletic and explosive, and getting them these easy buckets only helps them drum up more and more momentum. And they will absolutely run the ball down the Lakers' throats every single time if we give them the opportunity to. The Lakers have a good defensive plan if they can get their defense set, and during portions of last night's game, they actually played pretty locked down physical defense. But that was in half-court situations. The moment they coughed the ball up, again, the Minnesota Timberwolves got 18 points, straight 18 points off of turnovers. If we give the Timberwolves the opportunity to turn this series into a track meet, then we are going to lose that game 10 times out of 10 times because we simply don't have the horses to run back. All right, my number 2 reason why the Lakers lost last night, let's talk about the re-rise of Jaden frickin' McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels had a career-high 30 points last night, whether regular season or playoffs. The Lakers simply did not take him seriously. It was almost deja vu from the first game, except this is worse because you'd think the Lakers would have learned. After game 1, I said that there's likely no way that Jaden McDaniels goes off for 11 of 13 from the field and 23 points ever again. And I was kind of right, but kind of also very wrong because he still hasn't matched the 11 of 13 efficiency from the field. But somehow, the Lakers allowed him to get even more field goals in this game. He went 13 of 22 from the field, and again, a career-high 30 points for Jaden McDaniels, who is a defensive specialist. What are we doing? Jaden McDaniels, much as he was in Game 1, was the Timberwolves' ultimate release valve. He was taking advantage of every opening, every opportunity in the lane that the Lakers gave him to slash, knife into the paint, and go up strong for and ones, dunks, easy buckets. A lot of these also came in transition. Jaden McDaniels was a huge reason why the Timberwolves outscored the Lakers in the paint by nearly 26 to 30 points last night. He was single covered for much of the game, and the help and rotation on his drives simply weren't there. They were too unimposing, they were too soft. And Jaden McDaniels came with the punch, he came with the bite. He used his physicality, his length, and his speed to completely overwhelm the Lakers at the rim. Put simply, the Lakers just didn't take Jaden McDaniels seriously once again. I think after game 2, when they held him to 3 for 11, they just thought, oh, we fixed the Jaden McDaniels problem. His game 1 was a fluke. Let's just focus all of our attention on Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. But the Lakers need to wake up and pay attention because they are going to lose nearly every single game in which Jaden McDaniels scores 20 plus points on their heads. All right, my number 3 reason why the Lakers lost last night, and I realize that this list isn't necessarily in order in terms of priority because I would put this as the number 1 reason why the Lakers lost, and you guys already know it. Stomach Luka Doncic. This was probably the worst game for Luka to all of a sudden get hit with a stomach bug during a pivotal swing game on the road where whoever won would take the series lead. But timing is everything, and this was unfortunate timing for Luka and the Lakers. And you could tell from the moment the game tipped off that Luka Doncic wasn't right. He was supremely lethargic. His head was always drooping. He looked paler than usual. He honestly looked like he was about to puke every single time out. He was 6 of 16 from the field, and overall, he just wasn't moving well on the court. He wasn't getting to the spots he typically normally gets to. He wasn't able to take advantage of his mismatches against larger players. Whenever he got switched on to Gobert, he wasn't able to cook him the way he did in games 1 and 2. Gobert even got him for a straight strip at one point. And he just lacked his normal burst and step that allows him to get that extra bit of separation that he desperately needs in his pace game. But even beyond his inefficient and sloppy night on the offensive end of the floor, Luka Doncic was 10 times worse on the defensive end. He just couldn't keep up or provide any sort of resistance on the perimeter or at the rim. Guys were blowing by him left and right. He was a main culprit of Jaden McDaniels going off for 30 points because Jaden McDaniels was just able to waltz right past him. And he just wasn't providing the same sort of physicality that he brought on the defensive end in the first two games as well, especially in game 2. And look, I'm not blaming Luka Doncic. I commend him for trying to fight through that stomach bug and play through it. It seemed like he kind of got a bit of life there in the fourth quarter. But yeah, it's not his fault that he got sick. It's just very unfortunate timing. Because if Luka was even just 80% healthy and even had 20% more burst and speed, then the Lakers probably win this game. And even in spite of Luka's lethargicness, the Lakers probably still should have found a way to steal and eke that game out. Having said that, Luka still did a good job playmaking and assisting the ball, but you could just tell he was operating at like 60% speed and capacity. All right, so that does it for this video. A bad Game 3 loss by the Lakers that they probably should have stolen, but they bit themselves in the foot. That's not the phrase. They shot themselves in the foot at the end. 11-1 run by the Timberwolves after the Lakers tied it 103-103. But that's how the cookie crumbles, and them's the shakes. Thank God I got through those idioms correctly. And now the Lakers face a pivotal must-win game against Minnesota on Sunday to hopefully tie the series up 2-2 or risk going down 1-3 heading back to crypto. That'll do it for this recap. Guys, please do me a favor and hit the like button, comment down below, and most importantly, please hit this channel up with a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. This has been Jonathan Hernandez of the Lakers Legacy Podcast. Go Lakers. Please win on Sunday. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.